Alright, in this example we have 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. So, let's identify A, B, C. So A is 2, B is 11, and then C is 5. So, since our A value is a number besides positive 1, we're going to use this technique to factor for these type of our trinomials where your A is not a positive 1. So when A is not positive 1, then we're going to use this method that I'm going to show you here. So it's very similar to the last method we did before. Is first make your x table or your cross table. In the top, same thing, A times C, and in the bottom B. So A times C, 2 times 5 is 10, B is 11. So you just simply going to look for your factors of A times C. And then check their sum and difference between those two factors. Now, one might say that the factors of positive 10 would be 2 times 5, which do multiply into 10, but when you do the sum and difference between a positive 2 and a positive 5, the sum and difference is a positive 7. It doesn't match with our 10. So what you do is 1 times 10. When you multiply those two, it will be 10. And when you do the sum and difference between a positive 1 and a positive 10, you get a positive 11. So we do find our correct pair of factors. So we're just going to put it over here. Alright, once you have found your correct pair of factors, what you're going to do is next is you're going to set it up for factor by grouping. So first we're going to use the 2x squared and the 5 that I just underlined. So in order to set it up, I'm going to first write 2x squared, and then here the correct pair of factors I found, I'm going to have x next to them. So here is plus 1x because it's positive, and then plus 10x, and then plus 5. So just like what we did before in the previous section, factor by grouping. So this is my left side. The common factor between these two is x. So my GCF will be on the outside. 2x squared divided by x is just 2x. Positive 1x divided by x is just plus 1. And then my other side, my right side, I want to find the GCF, which is the both divisible by 5. So 10x divided by 5 is 2x, and then positive 5 divided by 5 is just plus 1. Since my expression is the same inside the parenthesis 2x plus 1 and is exactly the same numbers, same sign, then I'm going to group my x and my plus 5 together like this, and then I'm going to rewrite the one that I underlined just once, and then that's my factors for this trinomial. So let me box that up. Now the question is, what happened instead of putting 1x and 10x? What happened if we put it in a different order? So let's try that. So let me erase these two and say that, okay, we found our correct pair of factors, but I decided to put 10x first, and then the other one, 1x. So we're just going to do the same thing. Use the 2x squared and 5. So I'm going to set it up right here. 2x squared. And then I'm going to put 10x first. And then I'm going to put 1x. And I'm going to put plus 5. Alright, so my left side, find the GCF, which is both divisible by 2 and by x, so I'm dividing both terms by 2x. So my GCF will go on the outside of the parenthesis. 2x squared divided by 2x is just x, and then positive 10x divided by 2x will be plus 5. And then on the other side, the only thing that's in common between 1x and 5 is just my positive 1, and it's okay to divide by 1. So let's see what happens if I divide both terms by 1. I'll put my GCF outside of parenthesis. 1x divided by 1 is just x. Positive 5 divided by 1 is just plus 5. So after I factor out the GCF, I notice that inside the parenthesis, it's x plus 5. Exactly the same number, same sign. So since the expression inside the parenthesis is exactly the same, I'm going to group my GCF, the 2x plus 1, together. And then I'm going to rewrite the one I underlined just once. And then here's our factor form, or our factors, for our trinomial. So the answer is the same, it's just different order. They're flipped version of each other. So regardless if you put it in any order that you put, you're just going to do factor by GCF and then grouping, and then once you get it, you should have the same answer regardless of the order. The order does not matter as long as you have the pair of factors. In this case, our factor form, 2x plus 1, which both of them have, and then x plus 5, which also both of them have. So again, order does not matter. It's just here we just incorporate factoring by GCF and grouping when your a value is not positive 1.